Hello and welcome to RetroCore, and today we're looking at the Umidigi Bison 2. A utility phone that doesn't look like a brick. So here we go, looking at one side of the phone. We've got the metal panel in the middle and a custom button. On the top of the device we have the headphone socket, always necessary, need a headphone socket. And on the other side, again, we've got metal sides with the volume rocker, the fingerprint sensor and the power button, and another custom button. And the whole phone is surrounded by rubber bumpers, so if you drop it, you're going to be okay. And on the bottom, we've got the USB-C input and one microphone. Now let's take a look at the back. So this is where things get a bit interesting. We've got the speaker on the back, which is kind of unusual. And we've got the camera module up here with a 48 megapixel Sony sensor, 16 megapixel and a 5 megapixel sensor. Now interesting, we've got a barometer and a pressure relief hole and a second mic. What are they for, I wonder? Now even in the bright sunlight you can clearly see that you can see this screen. So there's no worries about the screen being muted in, broad daylight. It is very easy to see even in the most sunniest conditions. So the Bison 2 is not shy when it comes to specs for its price range. It's got a MediaTek Helio P90 in it, which has got a 2x ARM Cortex A75 and 6x ARM Cortex A55 up to 2.2 GHz. It also comes with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage. The Pro version actually comes with 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. It's got a 6.5 inch display running at 1080 by 2400 FHD resolution, and it's got a 6100 mAh battery, which is going to last for quite some time, and it supports 18 watts fast charging. And let's also mention that it is IP68, IP69K and MIL standard 810G certified, which basically means it's waterproof, dustproof and shockproof. So let's take a look at some sample photos and videos taken with the Bison 2. Looking at footage taken with the back camera, and this is in 4K. What do you think? Just do a quick pan over here. How does that stand up to flagship phones? Look. And here we are taking a look at some video footage from the front camera. This is in 1080p, so no 4K on the front camera, but from what I can see here on the screen, it seems to be not too bad. Keep in mind that today is an overcast day, so yeah, not exactly the most beautiful of days, is it? It seems to keep track of the face pretty decently. So yeah, hopefully when I watch this video footage back, it should look good on the big screen, and hopefully look good to you guys too watching it on YouTube. And here you can see we're taking a look at some more footage taken in 4K on the Bison. Now that we're back inside, I'd like to show you a couple of the features which are built into this phone in the toolbox. Some of them are quite interesting. So you know, with COVID still being an issue these days, we actually have a thermometer on this. And the thermometer is this little part here on the back. That's not a camera, that's actually the thermometer. And it can take your temperature. You're meant to point at your head, but I'll just point at the back of my hand. And there you go. That's my temperature. 35.8. So yeah. So that's quite an interesting feature to have on a phone. Not something you'd normally have. These type of apps you can download pretty much anywhere. It's a decibel meter counter. And I got the aircon blazing away at the moment. And if I'm quiet, you can see how many decibels it is. Not exactly the quietest, is it? So, like I said, that's nothing too unique. You can kind of get those things in on the App Store, but it's nice to have it built in. Something else which is kind of interesting is the pressure gauge. Now this is very, very interesting to have on a phone. Something you wouldn't normally get on a stock phone, and not something you can actually download and install into your phone without having the correct hardware on the phone itself. So yeah, it's pretty decent. And another bonus thing about this phone is you can actually use the FM radio without using earphones. Okay, there's a lot of interference in this room due to the Wi-Fi, but let me just turn up the volume. See if we can get a station. Maybe not. There you go. Not bad at all. And this speaker on the back here is surprisingly good, and it does have a little bit of low end in it as well, which did surprise me. Not bad at all. Although, when you hold it, you kind of amplify the sound with the palm of your hand. So it's cool, it's got a radio that works with our headphones. Okay, so here we are going to take a look at the 4K video playback option on this phone. So I'm going to pick the 4K HDR here. 60 frames per second as well, and let's see how it keeps playing. Okay, so it's going to buffer a little bit, I think, before it starts playing, but let's see if it can play it at a smooth frame rate. But there, as you can see, that is playing absolutely perfectly. 4K, 60 frames per second with HDR, looking nice. Not bad at all. Ooh, spiders. Let's get that off. I hate spiders. Alright, so that is the Bison by Umidigi. I like it. Normally these, you know, big chunky outdoor phones are exactly that, big chunky hefty bits of kit. But this one, it's no bigger than an average phone. It feels good in the hand. I do like the metal sections here, and we've got the rubberized bumpers all around it, so when you drop it, you're not going to damage it. It comes with a screen protector as standard. The back of it is plastic, it's not glass, so that's not going to shatter. And this, of course, is a sticker, so that can all come off. And we have the two custom buttons here and here. I like the way they have the little bit of texture on there, so you can feel the difference. And of course, as mentioned in the specs, it is waterproof as well. So yeah, I'm going to put a link in the video description down below if you're interested in picking one of these up. If you are, check out the link. Till next time guys, take it easy and keep on gaming. See ya.